the journey started. Got a taxi from my home to the Bath coach station. Now the coach is leaving bang on time, 5:15. Due into Victoria at 8:50 AM for my connection down to Dover at 9:30. Hope to arrive at Dover for midday. Hello, good morning. It's 6:10 in my Premier Inn room in Dover. In about 55 minutes time I'm going to be setting off on my alternative end-to-end up to Cape Wrath in Scotland. So yesterday the coach trip went fine. There was a change at London Victoria, had to wait about 15 minutes, that was all. Then arrived at Dover on time. Went into WH Smith, which was about 200 yards from the bus drop-off point. Sent my bike bag, my tools, rucksack, all the pipe lagging up to Inverness Youth Hostel. So hopefully that's going to be waiting for me when I get there. I will be going through on Thursday, so I'll be able to check, and then I'll check in again on Sunday night. So if it's not there, it'll give me time to think of something else. May have to go to a bike shop and try and blag a bike box. So, last night there were winds of about 40 miles here, quite heavy rain, so that's what I went to sleep listening to. This morning the rain stopped, but the winds are supposed to be quite strong. They should be buffeting me from the side on the first part of the ride, and then dying down as I approach Cambridge tonight. Just coming up to 7 AM on Saturday, the 8th of June. Dover Harbour, very strong waves crashing into the breakwater. Premier Inn I stayed at last night. Proof of my departure point. Up there in the mist is Dover Castle, and I'm going to be heading this way before heading north-eastish for most of the day. Gravesend Pier waiting for the ferry. They're just having a break and the next one's not for 35 minutes, so I'm going to lose a lot of time here. So I'm going to just pop up into town, get a sandwich. I might as well utilise this break. It's been quite tough today actually because of the wind. I got some shelter from the hedgerows, but up on the exposed roads, especially crossing the North Downs, it's quite windy up there, and there's also some really heavy rain showers. In fact, there was nowhere else to shelter bar under some conifers, and I was bent over and my legs had goose pimples on them, and the water was running down my arms, and I got a text and I thought I'd better answer it in case it's important, and it was the Premier Inn just confirming the booking, and it started off by saying, "We're looking forward to seeing you," and I thought, yeah, looking forward to seeing you as well. It just took the edge off what was quite a bleak moment actually, so sometimes just a little bit of humour really helps. now 11 p.m. and I'm at Cambridge Travelodge. So the end of day one successfully completed. It's quite tough and challenging at times because of the weather conditions and also some setbacks. So after the ferry, there was amazing tailwind and I thought, great, I can claw some time back. Within a couple of miles, there was a road closed sign and I just carry on. I always do, because the chances are you'll get through on a bicycle or on foot. With this one time, they just wouldn't let me through, so I had to retrace. And it's totally my own fault. I completely messed up the diversion and I ended up adding on 15 miles. So today I've ridden 140 instead of 125. So I didn't get to the Travelodge until about 9:30, and that was the whole point of riding this end-to-end as 7/200s rather than a 1400. I didn't want the time pressure. I wanted to get to my accommodation quite early, sit round, have a meal, chill out, have a few beers. So I ended up under some time pressure tonight. So when things do go wrong, I quite often draw upon that Kennedy speech from Rice University where he says, we choose to go to the moon. And I find that really powerful for motivation. Hello, good morning. Well, it's now Sunday, the 9th of June, day 2, and it's going to be Cambridge up to Boston Premier Inn tonight. Washed some clothes overnight, put them on the radiator, they're dry, so that's my housekeeping done. I'll be starting off at 7 a.m. each day, and the reason I choose that is because the time allowance for a 200-kilometre DIY audax is 14 hours roughly, 14 and a bit. And so the maths is easy. That just means I've got till sometime after 9 p.m. tonight, so it just keeps it simple. I don't have to think too much. So yesterday's ride was a good example of why I chose Dover to Cape Wrath. Going up the eastern side of the country, a lot of it is very unfamiliar to me, and I really enjoy that, just not recognising the place names. Obviously the big ones like Gravesend and Cambridge, but all the place names, the village names on the signpost, all unfamiliar to me, and I really do enjoy that, just following the GPS track weaving around. This is my room. Just be setting off very shortly. Looks like it's a really nice day out today. Blue sky. I came in that way last night. I guess I'm going to be going out that way shortly. I did have one slight little concern when I got to Dover on Friday. I'd set a GPS route into my device just to get me from the bus station to WH Smith's, past Wetherspoons down to the Premier Inn, and it just would not pick up a satellite signal. Whether it's because I was in a built-up area or it's weather conditions or not, I don't know. But that played on my mind. But luckily yesterday morning it picked up day one's route fine. So that, I'll be quite reassured when it picks up the route today outside this Travelodge. So I'm going to be on my way. Day 2 about to start. So it's 6 p.m. now, I'm on the Fens heading towards Boston, got less than 10 miles to go. One thing I love about the Edge 200, once it's less than 10 miles to go, you get decimal fractions and it counts you down Never get tired of seeing that. 9.8, 9.7, 9.6 as you home into your destination. Can't wait to get there now. Shower, good meal, a couple of beers tonight. Just gone 7 p.m. and I've just checked into my Premier Inn. As I tried to describe earlier on, the actual GPS track navigating me on quite a complex route at times, and then as you home in the last 10 miles, I always really savour that scenic countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then the last mile is like 0.987, and then it just finishes in this car park. That, I don't think I'll ever get fed up of that feeling of just being blown away by that technology. Then when you check in, they're normally very friendly and welcoming, and then you just walk your bike through that door and you just see all your facilities, the bed, coffee making facilities. There's a heater as well. I'll be drying some, washing and drying some clothes soon. Just shower, WC. Just when you shut that door behind you and knowing this is just your own space for the next 8 to 12 hours, just absolutely fantastic feeling. So I'm going to strip down now, have a shower, go straight over and have a meal and a few pints, I think. Well, hello, good morning. It's now 6 a.m. on Monday, the 10th of June, day 3. So today I'm continuing my journey north. Yesterday was a little bit of a loop inland as well as going north. Today it's due north. Dear Tony, this is why I ran out of time on today's DIY. I'm going to finish, I'm just going to finish out of time. Please forgive me, Tony.